In this task, I'll use the road graph plugin to determine the shortest distance between 2 points via a San Francisco streets layer. I'll do this both by shortest overall distance and by time traveled. So here I've got QGIS Desktop open, and this is a street network for the city of San Francisco. I'm going to open up the attribute table to see what attributes I have to work with. And you can see that in addition to the street name and the street type, I've got a speed limit column. So I'll close the table now that I'm familiar with my attributes. And I'm going to style the layer based on that speed limit data. So I'll open up the layer properties for this layer, go to the Style tab, and instead of a single symbol renderer, I'll choose Categorized. For the column, I'll choose that speed limit column. For my color ramp, I'm going to choose a gray color ramp. This one grays. And then I'll click Classify and click OK. So now I'm seeing the road styled by speed limit on each route. Next, I'll use the QGIS road graph plugin to find the shortest distance between 2 points on the network. I've already got this installed, but I'm going to go to the Plugins menu to Manage and Install Plugins to the Installed tab so I can enable this plugin. Here it is, road graph. So I'll check the box and click Close. And I get the shortest path panel docked below my Layers panel. Before I begin, I need to configure this plugin. So I'm going to go to the Vector menu. There's a road graph item, and I'll choose Settings. I'm going to keep the time unit at hour and the distance unit at kilometer. I'll enter a topology tolerance of 10. There's only one layer in my map, so that's the layer. Under Speed field, I'm going to choose the speed limit column and tell it that it's in kilometers per hour. Once I have those settings, I'll click OK. And now I'll populate the road graph plugin panel. I'm going to click the Start location and choose a location on the network. Places a small point there. And I'll click the Stop location, pick another point on the network. I'll keep this criterion at length, and I'll click Calculate. After some processing, a red line appears as the solution. To save the shortest path, I'll click the Export button, and I'll choose New Temporary Layer, click OK. So the shortest path now appears in my Layers panel. To make this layer permanent, I could right-click on it and choose Save As and export it as a shapefile or some other format. Now I'll determine the shortest drive time between the 2 points. I'll simply change the criterion down here from length to time and click Calculate again. So it ends up giving me a different solution. Your results may vary depending on where your 2 points were, but here it used the speed limit instead of shortest distance. Again, I'll click Export to save this as a new temporary layer. And again, I can save that temporary output to a shapefile. In the next task, you use some grass tools to allocate portions of the road network served by each San Francisco police station.